Hello and welcome to another Who's He video podcast. Shortly after the recent festive special Revolution of the Daleks, which aired on New Year's Day, the press started reporting that Jodie Whittaker will be leaving the role of the Doctor at the end of the next series. Here we go again, I thought. But with the BBC keeping tight-lipped about this story, is there any truth to it? Well, this story started in the British newspaper The Daily Mirror. Now, the Daily Mirror have quite a good track record of getting these sort of stories right. I'm not saying that they're on the money each and every time, because they have been quite wide of the mark on a number of occasions. But they boldly proclaimed that Doctor Who star Jodie Whittaker quits after 3 years as Time Lord. Not rumoured to be leaving, but quits, which suggests that she's already done with the role. Not long after this story broke, a number of other British newspapers picked up the story but played down the has quit angle with a more tempered has maybe quit approach. For example, the Daily Mail said, "Women can be heroes too. Doctor Who fans praise Jodie Whittaker amid claims she will quit as first ever female Time Lord at end of new series." The Daily Mail never letting us or Jodie Whittaker forget that she was the first ever female Time Lord there. Well, The Guardian downplayed that has quit approach even further with Jodie Whittaker, speculation rife after reports she is to quit Doctor Who. But the Daily Express takes the prize with their headline that not only announces she might be leaving, but also the manner in which it happens, with Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker's Time Lord killed off by Daleks after being tipped to exit. It's amazing how a tabloid headline evolves, isn't it? Now, as I said at the beginning of this, none of these headlines have been corroborated by the BBC or Jodie Whittaker herself. At this stage, this is nothing more than rumour, and the rumour that always crops up around about this time. But what do I mean by that? Well, Jodie Whittaker would have done 3 series by the end of series 13, and that is usually the time when actors move on from the role of the Doctor. Except for Tom Baker and John Pertwee, of course. So can we take this story at face value, or accept with not a pinch, but a sack of salt? Either way, as soon as the tabloids announce an actor is leaving the role of the Doctor, we then get the inevitable roster of actors who will take over the role. And this time is no exception. The Independent claimed, Doctor Who fans vote Richard Ayoade as favourite to replace Jodie Whittaker, while the Metro informed us, Michaela Coel most likely to replace Jodie Whittaker in 2-horse race for Doctor Who. Oh, the other person in this 2-horse race according to the Metro? Well, that would be Richard Ayoade again. Now, while both are fine actors, with Rich Ayoade most famous as Moss in the IT Crowd and presenting Travel Man on Channel 4, and Michaela Coel creating and starring Chewing Gum on E4, and the recent I May Destroy You, which she created, wrote, directed and co-produced, I don't think either of these two would accept the role if it was offered to them. Michaela Coel was starred in shows that she had complete creative control over, and these shows have been award-winning as well. So would she move on from an environment like that and into the big sausage machine of making Doctor Who? And while Rich Ayoade seems to be in full-on presenter or panel game mode at the moment rather than acting, a role like the Doctor just doesn't seem to suit his style. But who would have thought that Christopher Eccleston would one day be the Doctor? Or even William Hartnell for that matter. Both were cast against type, so, well, you know, stranger things have happened. Oh, and there's another 2 actors tipped for the role as well. Chris Marshall, again, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Now, I don't know what Chris Marshall is up to these days, but Phoebe Waller-Bridge's career is very much on an upward trajectory, with her taking on scriptwriting duties on the next Bond movie, No Time to Die. So I don't think the extremely long shooting schedule for Doctor Who would fit in with her career. But, of course, all of this is pure conjecture on my part also. Until any of this is confirmed, and if it is, it most likely won't happen until very much later this year, the jury for me is out. While the Daily Mirror has been right on a few occasions with their breaking showbiz news stories, until I see that official BBC statement on Jodie Whittaker leaving Doctor Who, she is still very much the Doctor.